Hey guys, welcome back to another review, and today I am reviewing Twilight, starring Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Billy Burke, and Sarah Clark, and was directed by Catherine Hardwicke, and is about Bella Swan moves to Forkish and encounters Edward, who is a vampire, and starts one of the worst love stories I've ever seen. So there is only one positives, and the fact that the lighting and cinematography is decent. It's a decently shot movie. That's it. This movie is really bad. The acting is, despite I like Robert Pattinson and even paid respect in him in my review for The Lighthouse, where I purposefully did not mention he was in this. But it's unavoidable here because even though he has become a good actor in more modern films, more with the indie movies, he is bad in this movie. I feel so bad for that but every time he was on screen, he looked like he wanted to die, and that's not his fault. And Kristen Stewart is really bad in this movie, and I've seen her be good in a movie. It was called Panic Room. It was directed by David Fincher and stars Jodie Foster, and it's actually really good. And she was actually decent in that movie, and she was also a kid. So why did I take a segment in this review to talk about Panic Room? Because I'd rather be talking about a good movie right now and not a bad one. And the love story is toxic, like it's become infamous for being bad, and I'm going to say it's every bit as bad as you've heard, and it is painfully bad if you haven't seen this movie. And the reason why I said Forkish in the intro, because I live in Port Angeles, Washington, and I've been to Forks, and the way they portray it is nothing like the area. And the Port Angeles is definitely laughable, because if you know or live in the area, which I do, and I love it up here, also the CGI is terrible, and they look like plastic figures jumping through the air. And the main character is really bad, and she is very bland. There's nothing interesting to her or any other character. And she is weak as crud because she needs to be rescued every second, and I'm usually not like that where I complain about that, but I had to mention it. And that's it. So Twilight is a bad movie, but it isn't the worst. The worst is the sequel, but I will give Twilight a D and is bad. So if you've seen Twilight, what did you think about it? And if you like this review, give it a like, and I will see you guys in the next review.